Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be sharing the best Amazon home finds. I have some really great home hacks and finds to share with all of you that will make your lives so much easier and more organized. So it's going to be a mix of all different spaces in your home in this video. So I'll be taking you guys through my kitchen, my bedroom, my bathroom, of all the different areas that are just super helpful in my daily life or a great organizational hack. So give this video a thumbs up if you enjoy the Amazon favorite, and I will have everything linked below in that description box in case any of you want to check it out. And let's just get right into it. This flat wall outlet has been a game changer, especially for any of my console tables that I want to have flush a little bit more closer to the wall than out, but I need to plug in a bunch of things like lamps and stuff like that aren't bulky. This is super helpful for those areas, even your nightstands, any kind of cabinetry that you want to have a little bit closer to the wall, but without having it so outward and bulky. This is so nice. You just plug it in, it stays flat to the wall. I absolutely love it, and it just makes my home look so much more neat and seamless with all of the cords. Speaking of plugs, I also really recommend the smart home plugs. These work with Alexa, Echo, and Google Home, and essentially you plug these in to your wall and you plug in, say, a lamp or any device that you want to be able to turn on by either your voice or by this app, so you don't have to go up to the lamp. For example, at night, I love keeping on my little floor lamp in the corner of my room where I have like my little reading nook chair situation, and this is really nice. And then before I go to bed, I don't have to like walk over to it. It is just so much more helpful. I could either, if I had an Alexa in my room, I could just say, Alexa, turn off the light, and then it'll shut off. But I also have it connected to the app. Super easy to set up. It takes just a few minutes. It was also great during the holiday time when I had my Christmas tree plugged into it. I didn't have to get behind the tree and plug it in and out. Another item that I absolutely love that's been majorly trending, especially recently, is rechargeable light bulbs. You could get your lamp and then say it's a little bit of a reach or a stretch to plug in, or say you don't have an outlet in a space that you want to have a nice lamp there. You can use the rechargeable light bulbs. I've seen people just cut the cords. I have not done that yet, but you just cut the cord to your lamp and then you just use this rechargeable light bulb. Then there will be no wires necessary, which is so nice. It keeps a cleaner look. So if you don't have an outlet in a space that you want to be able to use it, if you have more of an open concept living room where you don't have a floor receptacle to plug it in, then this solves that problem so easily. You just have to recharge it every so often, but it is perfect. And then that way you could enjoy the coziness of a lamp. It adds that soft glow and it's just so cozy. Next up are light motion sensors. I recently installed these into my staircase area a little while back, and these have been so helpful, especially when all the lights are shut off at night and then say you need to run downstairs for something or go back upstairs, but you don't want to have to like turn all the house lights on and brighten up your whole home. This is so helpful. So you could put them in your stairwells. I would even like to put them going down into my basement as well, but these are so nice. So when there's no light around, it will activate. There are 3 different modes: off, on, or auto. I have it on auto, of course, is that will just turn on and off as needed at nighttime only, but you could also just have them on completely, say, for a certain amount of time if you need them on. Then you have like a toilet room in your bathroom, and at night, without waking up your significant other, you can have these, and that way you don't have to turn on lights. That's really helpful there too. Now this set I'm gonna share comes in either a 2-pack or a 4-pack. Now I really like the 4-pack, and here's how I do it. You could use all 4, of course, at once if you want to, but what I decided to do for now with this pack is I only use 2, and I have 2 ready to go that are already charged up. These don't require batteries, which I've seen some that require batteries. I personally don't want to have to keep going through batteries like that. So these are rechargeable, which is great too. And so I have 2 ready to go fully charged. And so then they just on magnet from the little sticky part, they have like a magnet come on and off super easily. Take the other 2 out to go charge, and then you can pop in the other 2 that are ready to go. So that's how I'm gonna do it. Going along with the lighting is cabinet lighting. So these, again, same concept as the stairwell lighting I just shared, but these are great for inside cabinets, especially if a cabinet that's like really deep and dark, it's kind of hard to see, or say again at night, you just wanna look through something but not without waking someone up. This is really helpful to have. So you just open the cabinets, it will sensor right on, and it's so nice. There are light settings too. You can make it brighter or a little bit softer of a light. So it is really handy. You could also, I've seen them installed, people have them in their closets. And then for the final section of this more general category that could literally be used anywhere in your home, this next one is the Shark Wand Vac. I got one of these about a year ago, and it has been so helpful for keeping up with my home and keeping it cleaner. So these are really nice to have because, you know, without having to lug a whole heavy vacuum out and go through that whole process, this is really nice to have. So lightweight, it's so compact. You could use it in any area of your home where you find that maybe you need to pick up messes a little bit more often in between deep cleaning. I think this is really nice to have. So I personally have one right next to my vanity. I've also used it in my car. I've also used it like around my bedroom and stuff, around my nightstand, any kind of little dust bunnies. I just want to quickly pick up and get around little nooks and crannies. It's also helpful for that too. So you could use it in a multitude of spaces. You could have one in the corner by your kitchen pantry, something like that. Let's move on to the kitchen. Again, a lot of these can be used in other spaces. I actually use some of these in my other spaces than when I'm sharing them, but for the basis of what they are made for, I'm just gonna share in that category. So next, let's talk about my kitchen. So first up is the cord wrapper. I personally, with my air fryer, I really love this for any kind of appliances, but especially my air fryer. That I do keep out on my counter because I use it so often, but then, you know, the cord is just hanging all around. This, it keeps things a little bit more neater looking, and it just makes it look so much nicer and more compact. So this is really helpful for wrapping cords. I also did put one on the back of my iMac because I have these cords for my keyboard and my little mouse pad, and that was like all hanging and they were like really long. So I wrapped them around. I stuck this on the back of my iMac and it looks so much more neat and put together. Next up was a project I recently did in the last month, and it was organize my tumblers. So my Stanley tumblers, my Hydro jugs, all that I have recently decluttered. Actually, I've narrowed it down to like, I'm like, Karen, only 6. So I narrowed it down to 6, and you can see right there that fits perfectly in this organizer. Even my 40-ounce fits perfectly fine, and my smaller 20 ounces, it all fits in there. So that is really nice. You could get one, or if you have a big collection, you can get multiple, and they just stay all really nice and neat, really stacked up. It just looks so much better. I also really love organizing my drawers with these more open organizers. So these are bamboo organizers I found on Amazon in a set of 2. And this was really helpful for my drawer with all of my cooking utensils and my measuring cups and all of that. So that just keeps it more condensed. I keep all my measuring spoons and cups in one container, and then I have in the other more of just like random utensils. They're just so nice and helpful because it keeps the drawer separated. Each thing has its home. And I have my measuring spoons, which is another thing I wanted to share because it is really nice because they're magnetic and they stay together. So that's like a little hack if they're like all over the drawer. This is magnetic. It'll keep them all together, and they come in like a ton of colors. I have the neutral. I love that magnetic measuring spoon set. It just keeps everything together and all tidy. Next is the kitchen plate organizer. I love this riser because you could stack different types of items. I have bowls on one of the risers, plates on top and bowls underneath, and that way you don't have to shuffle through dishes. You could just fit so much more in that space. Next is a fun kitchen prep gadget, and it is the strawberry slicer. This is a game changer, especially if you love to eat lots of strawberries. I have also seen people use it for like bananas, probably some other fruits as well, but this is so handy. It just cuts them perfectly. So if you have to prep a lot of fruit, this is gonna be your new best friend. It is so easy to use. It's super fun too. So I absolutely love this thing. It's just a fun little gadget. Again, makes your life so much easier. A major game changer for me is the beverage can dispenser. I have influenced my brother to get one. So he has that in his fridge too, because when they saw it in my fridge, they're like, we need to get that. And it really is so helpful, especially if you have a lot of different canned beverages. This is great if you have a beverage fridge itself or just in your regular fridge. Now, I do want to point out on the video, you will see mine hanging over the shelf. That is because I have a counter depth refrigerator. So if you don't have the specific counter depth refrigerator, it will not hang over like mine, but I personally don't mind it in case you are concerned about that. If you just have the regular depth, it will be totally fine. I love my Poppy. That is like one of my favorite drinks that is not water. I just love a good Poppy. And then I have so many other options, especially when I have company over. I really like to have a variety. So this is really nice for keeping things organized. You just take one, and it's just like at, say, a gas station or grocery store. When you pull the cans out, it will just pop the rest forward. And then when you're also putting some in the fridge and putting them away. It's just so easy to just stack them right in. It's just so nice, and it keeps the fridge always looking so organized. Next up is various under sink storage. I had actually filmed quite a while ago an under the sink video of all my organization, so I'm going to show that here. That is definitely a more challenging space to organize, but I figured out some of my favorite things that I love to keep under there. I have open bins. I have these little drawers that you'll see also in my bathroom section. Those are great for dishwasher pods, washcloths, any little things like that, or little scrubbies for the sink. Scrub daddies in a little container. I have the open bins with all different cleaners. That is like really crucial to organize well, because there are so many random things I feel like that could go under a sink that could get lost in the shuffle. That makes it easy. Also, if I have baking soda in there and it kind of dumps out or whatever, I could just take the bin, rinse it out, and it's clean, instead of trying to like, if it gets all over the place, it is just way more of a problem than to just have it in the bin. Next up is the living room. First up is a hack to hide your remotes, any kind of remotes. I have remotes for my window treatments. I have a remote for my TV and stuff. So if you're looking for something to hide any of that, or even just any other things that you want to hide in these little storage books. So they look like books, like a coffee table book, but they open up and they're hollow, and you could store anything that you want in them. So I put my remotes because it just makes the room look just so neat and clean. Also, if you have kids, they like to get into the remote. And if you want to hide it from the kids too, you just pop it in to the storage book, and then they won't even know it's there. Maybe eventually they can figure it out, but I think it's really helpful. I really love these little storage books, and they even have bigger ones. So you could put tons of other stuff. You could put some on your desk in your office if you want to put some like cluttery items inside just to like tidy them away. This is really nice too. Next, this was a problem I had shared with you guys I had in the past, and some of you recommended this to me. It was the cable management box. So this is for personally, I use it for my Samsung Frame TV cable box. It's called a One Connect box, actually, not a cable box, but it was so unsightly because I have a very light, bright aesthetic. It was just like this cable box sitting there. So I found from you guys, thanks to you guys, I found this cable management box. I put it in. It looks so much better. I have to get a cord cover for the rest of it, but that is really helpful. Anything like cable boxes and stuff that you want to hide, you could put them in there, and that way it's not this unsightly looking box. Next up in the bathroom, this was another recent project. If you can't tell, I've been like on a home organization kick. I think it's just like the new year, like I just have been really tackling a lot of these projects that I've set to the side. So I recently actually built the cabinet myself, not built it, but I put it together. It came in a bunch of pieces, you know how that is. And then I found this really cute cabinet. Actually, that I did end up finding. So I bought it from Wayfair, but I saw it's available on Amazon. So I will still link it, but it's this really cute scalloped cabinet. So I don't have a linen closet, you guys. Like I did not get one with my house. It just because I had eliminated some cabinets that because I wanted to put a freestanding tub in. So I guess that was the sacrifice I had to make for the tub. But I just put a cabinet in there because I needed some place to store my towels, since I was stuffing them under the sink and I just had no room. There were some sitting on my dresser, some of the towels. I'm like, I have no room. So, okay, I need to get a cabinet for my linen. So anyways, wherever you keep your linens and your towels, I recommend getting these towel organizers. They're vertical storage, so you can roll the towels. You'll see how I have them, but they are so nice and so easy to just throw your towels back in there, and they keep them all stacked and really neat that way. So I think that's really great for towel storage. You could also use them for washcloths and hand towels. Another one of my favorite Amazon home finds has been this sensor trash can. So it has a sensor at the top. So when you want to throw anything away, it'll just pop open and then it just automatically shuts a little bit after that. But I love that thing so much. It looks really pretty and it's just really handy, hands-free, but you can keep your trash can just shut. And I have one in my guest bath, my powder bath, I have it in the owner's bath. I just really love that trash can so much. Never thought I'd be recommending a trash can. So I touched on this a little earlier in the video, but drawers under the sink truly are a game changer, especially in the bathroom. If you are looking for just storage, there's so many different things that you need to have refills on, store away, like razors. I have like travel skincare that I keep, like mini size skincare or samples that I get, I'll throw into these drawers. All the things in these drawers, I have Velcro rollers, just the most random things that need to be separated, but they each have their own little go home, which is so important. They're the nicest quality I found, but some of the best price points, especially for how amazing the quality is. These drawers are incredible, and they just also look so nice and neat all stacked together, and you could stack them up just depending on how high or spread out you want to do it. Another item that I really love in my bathroom, I keep all of my everyday skincare in this tower. It's like my skincare tower for both body products and skincare. Most of the body products are almost daily products. Some, of course, like self-tanner, I don't use every single day, but I keep them on there. So I have like my body lotion, self-tanners, all different face creams, all the things. So on the top one, I have like my daily skincare favorites. And then on the bottom, I will keep my body favorite. This is really helpful, especially if you just want to grab really quick through your routine. It's really nice. And then I have my other skincare products that I don't use quite as daily, or they're like specialty. I keep in my drawer, but that is really helpful for daily things. And you could put hairspray on there. You could put anything you want on there. Next, for under bed storage, I found these low profile under bed boxes, which is such a game changer. So I have seasonal linens that I need to store away. I have a quilt. So I'm gonna be changing, I don't think you'd see it right now, but on my bed, I have a velvet quilt. In about a few weeks, I'm gonna be changing that out to more of a spring vibe. That's really nice to change out my bedding and linens. So when I go to store that away, these under the bed boxes are just so helpful. Again, if you're low on space, I think it's really nice too, especially if you live in a small apartment, you need to utilize that under the bed space. But some beds like mine, they're very, very low to the ground. You can't fit a normal size under bed box. So this one's really nice because I think it's like a 4-inch height. So it is really helpful for under the bed storage for those low profile beds. Next, I recently found these really nice storage bins. They look very aesthetic, so they look really beautiful, but they're also so nice and functional. I use one of them as my little manicure kit for at-home gel manicures and pedicures. I have all of the tools that I need into that one bin. It has handles on the side. I still have many other projects that I have upcoming that I'll be utilizing the other ones for. But this one bin so far has been so nice. It's so sturdy and it looks really pretty too. Now let's chat about closet organization. One of my favorites because I love a boutique vibe closet. So in mine, I have a few things that I absolutely love. I narrowed it down. I have quite a few, but I'm just narrowing it down to my top favorites. First up are these hanger hooks. They're clear and they are perfect for pairing little sets that you have to put together. I put my activewear tops and skirts that match together on these. You could also utilize these by just, if you wanted to save space in general, not do it by matching sets, you could place like 5 tops on top of each other to make like a whole row of them. So you utilize vertical space, like I said, rather than using horizontal space. So if you have like a really small apartment or at a college dorm, this is also very helpful to save on space. But I also just like it as far as like just keeping things organized and together. I will put my matching sets together. I will put workout sets. Or if I'm planning outfits for the day or for the week, I really love utilizing those two to make them a set. A similar concept would also be this 5 pant hanger. So this holds 5 pants and is really nice. It's a gold bar and it's really sturdy and it holds just all of your bottom. Really nice. Again, use of that vertical storage is so helpful and I just love it. It also looks really pretty too. These shoe stackers, again, if you can't tell a theme, it's all about the vertical storage. So this essentially just takes up the space of one shoe instead of putting like every single pair next to each other, which I do have in a lot of my wardrobe, but I tried with my sandals especially. I'm just running out of space for them. So I use vertical storage with this and then that way they're all stacked on top of each other and it just looks really pretty too. Next up is this wallet riser. If you have little mini card holders or wallets that you want to store away, I think this is really nice. Again, makes it look really pretty. Makes like a little boutique display, but also just keeps them all in one space. That is going to be it for my Amazon home favorites and hacks. I hope you guys enjoyed this. If you did, be sure to give this video a thumbs up and let me know which item I shared was your favorite. If you have any of these, I'd love to hear what you guys think of them. And that is going to be it for today's video and I will see you all in my next one very soon. Bye.